Opinions don't start with facts. They start with attention. Before facts enter public debate, something determines what is visible and what remains unseen. That process is called narrative control. In earlier explainers, we looked at propaganda and censorship, so it's important to clarify how narrative control differs. Propaganda shapes interpretation. It influences how events are understood. Censorship restricts access. It removes or blocks information entirely. Narrative control operates earlier than both. It determines which topics enter public attention, which stories are amplified, and which are ignored. Propaganda influences meaning. Censorship limits visibility. Narrative control decides what becomes discussable in the first place. Narrative control refers to the deliberate effort to shape or dominate the story surrounding an issue, event, or situation, in order to guide public perception and discourse in a desired direction. It works through framing: who tells the story, which details are emphasized or omitted, and how events are presented. This is often described as controlling the narrative, not by inventing facts, but by directing attention and interpretation. Narrative control appears across many contexts. In politics and media, it shapes how policies, elections, or crises are discussed, often through competing frames applied to the same facts. In public relations, it determines whether an issue becomes a scandal or a manageable incident by defining the story early. At a broader level, societal narratives about risk, responsibility, or progress are shaped over time by institutions with consistent access to attention. What matters is not a single message, but which interpretation becomes dominant. Whoever controls the narrative holds disproportionate influence over opinion, behavior, and outcomes. During periods of stability, narratives are relatively uncontested. But during periods of social, political, or economic instability, multiple explanations compete. As uncertainty rises and legitimacy weakens, attention itself becomes a strategic resource, and narrative control intensifies as a way to manage risk without overt force. Narrative control is best detected through patterns, not isolated stories. Watch for important issues that rarely enter mainstream attention, for intense debates confined to narrow frames, for repeated emphasis on how to think rather than what questions to ask. When attention is tightly managed, disagreement may still exist, but only within defined boundaries. Narrative control is powerful precisely because it is subtle. What never enters attention rarely needs to be censored or propagandized at all. This is TNBC Explainers. Understand the concepts behind how the world works. Narrative control is part of TNBC Explainers Module 1, Perception, Narrative, and Mass Behavior. TNBC Explainers is a growing YouTube course. New concepts are added over time. Like, subscribe, and check the channel's course playlist to help you track your progress easily.